Hello! Welcome to Down with Dragons on Monsters of Roll here on Twitch. I am DM Scott, with me as always.
Killian playing Maven Corpse Flower. I've also got my ears on today, in case nobody noticed. I have to show it off right now. A Circle of Spores druid who was previously on a quest for revenge and now is very emotional and confused.
And Mick playing Calenden, warlock / bard, who's always confused. We might have some stuff figured out. Who knows?
Chris playing Viet. Yeah. That's all I got.
And Catherine playing Juniper, who is currently a mystery.
We love a mystery.
Mhm.
Yes.
Who is Juniper?
Yeah, I have.
I don't know.
We're gonna get to that this
I don't know. I was thinking that you guys would tell me, so.
So, before we dive into this next episode, Killian, do we have any announcements out in the field?
Oh, well, hey, dear, I just got back from my hunting trip up north, dear, and I will say I did have an email inbox full of information. Most of that information, though, is regarding our merchandising store. Well, I don't have the link on my person right now because, I've been going for hikes, going out into the wilderness. Scott, I hope you can help me out with that link there. But otherwise, we do have a link store. If you like Maven's face, right there. If you like Viet's face, right over there. Or you like Callan's face, right down there. Well, you could get a shirt or a hat or a button or really whatever you like. You want to sleep with us? You can put us on a duvet cover. I don't care. I can't tell you what to do. We also have our Down with Dragons logo, and it just looks beautiful on a throw pillow or, a nice little cozy little sweatshirt, t-shirt. Chris, stand up. Show us your shirt, please, and thank you. Beautiful. Look at that embossing there. It's perfection. I've never seen a more beautiful shirt in all my life. Mom, again, I'm going to call you out. You can order a shirt with my face on it. I think you should. You can get a notebook. You can get a fridge magnet. The possibilities are endless. Again, I do think you should sleep with us. Get us on a pillow. Get us a set of sheets. It'll be,
Phrasing.
It'll be amazing for all of us. No, I mean it. Very literally. You can sleep with us anytime you like, and be sure to tweet us and tag us
giveaway
on Facebook when you do, because I want to know when I'm getting slept with. All right. Anyhow, you can go to www.redbubble/ is it Monsters of Roll?
You can go straight to monstersofroll.com/shop, and it will take you there.
Help! Chris is breaking up.
Yep, your audio and everything's starting to get glitchy.
Ruh-roh. We'll link it down below in the doobly-doo if you want to sleep with us or wear bodies or anywhere else. Oh.
Keep going.
Yeah. Also, as always, if you don't have enough Dungeons and Dragons in your life, and let's be real, who doesn't enough of it in their life? Not that's for certain. You can check out our sister show, Dungeon Patrol, at www.dungeonpatrol.com. They're funny. They're cool. They're easy on the eyes. Go take a watch. They upload new episodes every Sunday. It's all about being hot.
They're a podcast, though.
It's all about being hot. It used to record, okay?
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. You're right.
People can have attractive voices.
They sure can. I've got a voice for radio, as all of my customers tell me. Well, face for radio. That's the joke.
Oh.
But voice for radio, too, I guess. Oh, shoot. I forgot to plug in my microphone, so I probably sound awful right now. Anywho, you can give us a holler. You can give them a holler at www.dungeonpatrol.com. They upload every Sunday. They're really fun to listen to. Check them out. They're super great. I'm still catching up on my episodes, so I'm still at the point where they're being videotaped. Scott, I'm my best.
I know I'm not on the spot. I'm sorry.
Also, I don't have me, so I don't know if we have any hashtag inspiration, but I haven't plugged it in a while, so I'm going to now. If you like what you see here on Down with Dragons, if you would like to reward some of our players for their role play, for example, last week when I full-on wept for a fictional character.
Which I
Absolutely.
personally, I feel there's a consensus. Like I would like to give you inspiration as the DM
for the emotional
not-
turmoil you put me through.
Yeah, which both was great to see, but also brought me out of the game and just I couldn't allow you to keep.
It was so good. It was so good, and I want you to know, as a person and a player, that was so good, and I really enjoyed it.
Happy to make you cry. Happy to make you cry.
Anytime. Sometimes you need a good cry. But if you do want to give our players inspiration for anything that they do, please let us know in the link down below. You can tweet us using the hashtag inspiration, tag us on Facebook, email us. I don't know, get in contact somehow. Send a carrier pigeon, a smoke signal, we'll figure it out. We like to give each other inspiration just because we like to be supportive team members, but we would love to hear from you, see what you're liking, see what you're not liking, and if we do something you don't like, hey, give DM Scott some inspiration so he can use it against us.
Always appreciate. I will make more players cry. I promise.
I really needed it last week. I felt very free afterwards.
It's good. It's good. Real good. I mean, I felt a little bad, but also a little good too. Like I came out being like, I made someone cry. I mean, I made someone cry, but I'm like, I made someone cry.
No, it was a good cry, and I'm a very emotional person. I'm very easy to make cry, not to discredit your achievements, but I'm very emotional. So if you want to make me cry again, it's not very hard. Just put a character I love in jeopardy, and so that's anyone here at the table or most of your NPCs that you've made. There will be a lot of tears this season. I can
Not the ones that Maven hates, though.
Yeah, those I will be dancing. I will upload a video of myself breakdancing if you kill off the NPCs I hate.
Oh, Jobin.
I'm not even kidding. I'll do it. Jobin's fine. He's doing his best.
I feel just a tiny little bit of kinship with poor Jobin, just because we shared a name for a little bit. Like, I feel a little bad.
Attacked.
Oh, hey, everyone. Someone just asked, what's the best place to submit fan art? What do we think?
Ooh.
Tag me on Facebook. I don't know.
Yeah, Down with Dragon, or on Facebook. I would think that'd be a great place.
Fan art? Hello? Is it
Oh
of
my goodness.
I'm so excited.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I don't have Twitch up. I usually do while we're playing. Sorry, friends. But yeah, Facebook is a really great way. I believe we have a Twitter. I don't personally have a Twitter because it's bad for my mental health. But for those of you that do, congratulations, first of all, for your mental fortitude. And second of all, I think we do have a Twitter.
We also have Discord.
We have Discord, but I'm the only one who ever posts on there. Unfortunately. Maybe we can change that.
Well, any of those will obviously work, and the prospect of fan art is so exciting. We'll get it. Okay?
Yeah.
We'll get it.
Yeah. We'll see it. We'll all drool over it. Like, yes.
I'm already drooling. I've already beaten you to it.
Okay.
Now I have my ears on it, plugging in my work headphones to my elven ears. I wish I did this at work every day. I think I'd be a lot more productive. That's all I've got for. Oh wait. That's all I've got for announcements this week, DM Scott. I'm going to go on a fishing trip here for the next week or so I'm going to be unavailable. We don't get service up at the cabin. But until then, I hope you take care and enjoy the rest of your weekend, folks.
Hey, thank you, Killian. Don't break the bit. And also, I got to love, since you plugged in, I got to say you look like a Kung Fu movie. Because everything is like just half a second. I love it.
I'm actually speaking French, and so it's translating me in real time.
That's perfect. That's good.
We got the dubbed version of Killian. Yes.
Before we dive in, Chris, seeing as we have now two circumstances. Do we have any tech issues we want to do real quick, or
If you're okay staring at this ugly mug, then we're fine. So
You're beautiful. We love Viet. He's perfect.
I can try here. Let me try turning it back on again, just for kicks, just to see.
I do like to see your face.
I
and-
understand.
We do like your face.
How's it holding up? Can you see me okay?
Oh, yeah, little, unfortunately, little glitchy.
See, you all look fine
Yikes.
on this side. It's coming downstream okay. There's
Good
something weird
night.
with my upstream.
You got to tell the kids to get off the darn internet.
Dang it.
Yeah, log off of the Fortnites.
Stop down games.
Sorry, I don't know. I tried troubleshooting this last time. It's just a
Just forward your face a different angle. We'll upload it into them, and that way everyone can get
oh.
expressions because they are expressive.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
So it happens. Last time with in emotion. I mean, a lot of things. Bury that too far. We had Callan, who had a dream and a conversation with Queen Sorva, a nice little conversation and some tent time. We had conversations with Murdit and Callan talking about, dad issues. Viet getting a letter and having apparently undertones in it, but some training with Leo. And Maven and her rat Daruk dying.
Don't bring
A
it
lot of
up.
feels. Yeah, too soon, sorry. But ending with him in a human form, waking her up. And a new addition, Juniper, who showed up with needing some help, who, as the group went out to go assist, found out she had it covered. And escorted her and her kids back to town, where we kind of ended with just a little bit of conversation after looking at the ruins or the kind of temple area of the maiden and seeing some inscriptions on some of the pillars and some thoughts and discussions, and that's kind of where we left off. So now, this episode of Down with Dragons, we have a nice pan in through a sunny, kind of late morning at this point. Daruk and Maven are having a nice walk and conversation.
Oh. It's fine. I'm fine.
We're gonna focus.
Right for the kill shot.
We have Callan and Murdit, who are kind of off by themselves a little bit, dealing with just conversations, things like that. We have Juniper, who's looking in with some of the other people, and Leo there to help out, kind of getting them situated and finding a place for them, while many of the other now townsfolk here of Cyprus are making them feel as comfortable as possible. And we have Viet, who is off by himself a little bit, who is trying to process information, feeling kind of off by himself, having conversations potentially with friends in the distance. From there, as we had stated kind of last time, time was progressing, and as the rest of the we had gotten about 5 days or so into a 2-week jump, the rest of that next week goes with continuing to get people set up here in the town. They were kind of very in the early days of kind of getting things situated, and the group is getting acclimated. A few places are getting set up for many of the townsfolk that are kind of separated from families, kind of taking some of the bigger buildings and kind of making them the equivalent of like an inn being turned into a, like an apartment building. So like everyone's together, but yet everyone's separated from loved ones. And so they're kind of making a community building out of it. Defenses are getting discussed and planned, things getting set up like that. Some plans for people going outside of the city limits to start looking at hunting in the area, to check out the area. A little bit more dangerous because once you leave kind of the outside edge, you re-enter that mist that is just hanging on the edges. So after that time passes, you are all level 7. You all have leveled up, done some training, spent some time because you've, accomplished quite a bit. So we will be zooming in on the morning when the group is kind of making their plans, thinking about things, next actions, all of that. But also the townsfolk have informed you and excited, not really asking if you're down with it or not. There's going to be a feast tonight. The whole town is coming together, collecting things and having a big feast, kind of celebrating being brought here and recognizing the individuals who did so. And Callan and Maven and Viet are guests of honor. Heard it as well. Kind of purpose probably pushing himself back. Leo is kind of a sire of that, but only because he's really focused. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them, so we should really focus on them. So, that morning, you all awaken. What is Callan doing that morning?
All right. That morning, are we already aware that we've been invited to?
You are all aware. You kind of been told over the last couple of days of just like, oh, can't wait. Like this Friday, like this is going to be the night. You're like, what's Friday? Okay.
Oh, well, if there's like any hint of any type of celebration, Callan needs to make sure it is epic and the best, like looks like the festivals he came from as close as possible. And so he's stringing up banners. He's, rallying, kids, teaching them acrobatics and stuff and all sorts of stuff. Anything, just add to the festivity of it all.
Yeah, very quick. You know what? Roll me just a charisma check in general, because all these people are like primarily from Dragonlock, and so like this feels like we're bringing some home and bring it here because festivals happen all the time in Dragonlock.
All right, that's a 21 total.
21, perfect. You know what? Very quickly, people start talking about we could do a talent show. Like anybody could just, do something just to add to the festivities. And very quickly, that kind of word of mouth starts to go. And it's like, does anyone have some special skills? Like, I could sing. And very quickly starts to be like, it'll be a talent show. And full pageantry and everything is starting to be gone off from that idea.
All right. Looking good.
Maven, how about you?
Yeah.
Is that a singing talent?
I'm on a walk.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
This is days past. If you want to be on a walk every time, you may.
No, that's okay. We're doing
quote
it.
Unquote,
we're
walk.
We're
That's what the kids are calling it these days.
okay.
So you and Daruk are staying in for the morning.
Walking hand in hand with the Lord is what you mean.
Right, correct. Hallelujah.
We're married. Can I get an amen?
So my question is, has Maven made a point to kind of bring any of this up yet? Or have you been kind of staying a little bit more isolated with Daruk more?
I think that Maven probably hasn't left whatever. Okay, this is being very honest. I think that for the first few days, Maven just cried a lot, like good tears, but like a lot of emotion,
Yeah. A lot of
And then
talks.
after that, yeah, a lot of long talks. And then, how long has it been? A week?
Yeah, about not quite.
Yeah,
But
she hasn't left yet.
Okay.
She hasn't left the room yet.
So other than,
Whatever you want.
you've gotten maybe the slightest hint from maybe somebody looking for Maven. Like if anyone's
Mhm.
like, hey, has anyone seen Maven? It's like, oh, I think I saw her at the edge of town, and then comes back like, she's good. Like that she's just
Mhm.
doing
She's
good
busy.
things. Yeah.
She's busy. Yeah.
No one's really seen much of Maven. Other than getting the occasional, she's good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Viet.
I don't think
what-
Maven told anybody, by the way.
No, and that's perfect. That's perfect. Viet, what is what's he been doing this morning?
Whatever you said.
So Viet, if he's not training Leo, is just getting away from everybody. This is getting to be too much for him.
Yeah, especially with the excitement of this feast
Yeah,
and count
this is not-
feeding it as well.
Yeah. No, this is more than he can handle. So he's going to be off, wandering around and talking to himself / Quincy, right? He's not sure exactly how that connection was made below the tree, and maybe it was the tree, but maybe it wasn't. And Quincy was saying he was going to try something else, and so Viet is kind of wandering off, and right. Well, occasionally find himself John pulled kind of to that south east corner of this area, and just kind of looking
The Wells Fargo card.
looking out towards Hailstone, and just talking to Quincy like about what's happened over the last 10 years, just under his
Right.
breath.
Yeah. And Juniper. What is
I
Juniper
forgot.
doing the morning of this Heroes Feast Festival?
I forgot that you were going to ask me. I was just enjoying watching. So over the past week, she's probably been spending as much time around that tree, whatever she can get her hands on that would be sort of those connections from the other, like the source of
the little girl in the tree?
Yeah, pretty much. Like whatever is the source of that feeling, that harmony to the melody that you were talking about.
Yeah.
She's
it's very
definitely
much
interested
rooted
in
here.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's been spending a lot of time there. So she's probably there. She's probably been talking to a lot of people, seeing if anybody that came from Dragonlock that weren't with her, if any of those people she knows, like she's settling the kids through that whole week. But yeah, so she's probably in that little cloister below the tree.
Yeah. Just roll me just flat D20 for me.
18.
18. Good. I'll be honest. Other than when you seek them out, those kids are acclimating really well because there's a lot of people here who are kind of can't help it, whether they've been separated themselves or just in general, just happy you're in a safe place. Like they've been getting taken under the wing of multiple people and just being brought in.
Oh, good. She would definitely just sort of let that happen.
They check in often
kids,
and just be like, it's been a great day. And oh my gosh, somebody was showing me this and that, but like they're,
Good. She's letting that detachment happen then because they are not her kids.
Right. So, as that day goes on, so we're getting to probably, halfway through the day, about noonish in there. Things are starting to really ramp up. Decorations are done. There are a few people who have brought in some fresh deer that they got on the edges and brought them in. They're being butchered and readied and getting food going, and every now and then you even start to hear just a few, like a lute here or somebody like just almost tuning up and just playing a thing here and there. People just, there's definitely that air of excitement and being happy. Community. Killian.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, Maven. I'm sorry.
Who are you talking to? That's not
I
me.
know, right? I'm going to be honest. It's a weakness every now and then just to remind myself I look at your name.
Oh, frickin' frackle, patty wackle.
That's fine. I wasn't saying it like a critique. It was just
Well,
that
I
was
feel it. I'm just kidding. No problem. I'm fixing it while we talk. Tell me what you need.
So it's, around noon. And you can start to hear the sound of, some music and just hustle and bustle down closer to the town. And you have been told that, or heard or whatever, that it's like tonight's like a big celebration, all that. And Daruk kind of looks at you and just looks down at them, and it's like, so are we going to do that?
Do you want to do that?
I think I probably should at some point. I mean,
Yeah, they're probably gonna think I'm like dead in here, so we should. Yeah, this is a great time. This is probably the best possible time to break Viet's heart and tell him that you're not for eating.
you see a wicked smile kind of cross his face. He's like, let me.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave you to that. Yeah, you can give him a cracker. Yeah, let's.
That was around what I was thinking too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shove it in his nose. Yeah, we should. I haven't been telling the kids bedtime stories in a while. I hope they're doing okay without me. Things seem fine. Things have been quiet, so I think it might be good for us to go back out there, and there's now as good a time as any, right?
Yeah, maybe they could use some help. Who knows?
Yeah, yeah. Who knows? The whole town could have burned down. We wouldn't know. Well, I wouldn't know.
He just smiles and gives you like a little peck on the forehead, and he's like, "Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll go. We'll go down.
We could go. Whatever you want. If you want to go, we'll go. We could. Yeah, we
For
can
God's sakes.
He just
Oh,
Kill him off.
Wait,
this is
where's
what Maven
Maven?
was, before. Yeah.
Nobody's
Where
not
Maven
around
is.
anymore. She's got a lot of it's a short-lived phase, I promise you, viewing audience, but it's there for now.
He'll just smile and all that, and probably just he's like, "Well, before we go, and just one last,
Yeah,
One
one
last
last game of
hallelujah.
Parcheesi. Let's
Yeah.
do it. Yeah,
gin
Checkers.
rummy, something,
checkers.
I do always win Go Fish, so.
That's good. That's good. So, Callan,
Yeah.
at a certain point during all of these festivities that are getting started, and you're really watching the ball you got rolling really becoming its own thing, you'll see that for the last few days, Murdet he's been around. He hasn't been avoiding you, but there also has been a little awkwardness here and there. He's had been absorbing a lot of information. And you've kind of, you're in the same town, respect, give him that thing, but at the same time, probably also want to keep hitting that button and keep talking. And about halfway through that day in there, Murdoch kind of comes strolling up to you as you're hanging another banner or something, and you can see people are doing this and that, and he looks at you. He's like, "So, I don't know. Do you have anything for the talent show I heard about? Because I was thinking, I don't know, maybe like a I don't know, brother act might be something kind of cool. I mean, I think I heard from somebody that you might have been decent in the kind of staged like fights and all of that and acrobatics. And I mean,
Oh,
if you're interested, I want to.
Well, yeah, there's just, if you want to do that, there's so many things we could do. You going more like thrilling and heroic, or silly and comical?
I mean, both could work. I mean, it could start off all serious and then, suddenly, I am your brother, and it turns out, I mean, I just had a thought of some kind of like, wars that had like a whole interpersonal family thing.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't believe how many stories there are with the whole little surprise sibling twist.
Right. I thought.
yeah.
I mean, I thought I've heard a lot.
Oh yes. History of Dragonlock, just rife with sibling strife. Ooh, there's a line. We could use that.
I like it. Obviously, I'm happy to help out however I can. I'm pretty good with the acrobatics myself. So if you want to do some of the writing, I don't know if you're familiar with.
Sure. You're pretty good with the movements as far as sparring and stuff. So be easy to work that in. The only question I really need to know is what kind of hat do you want to wear?
You need a hat?
We're gonna wear hats.
Oh, I mean, you're the expert. I didn't know I even needed one. So you tell me, what kind of hat do I need?
Oh, no. See, I got most of this stuff, but some of the direction we're gonna go with the flavor of it depends on what kind of hat you're most comfortable wearing.
Gosh, you're gonna make me actually think of something for him. Let's see. I'm gonna go either over the top dark if he's gonna be the heel, or over the top he's the hero. So okay. I rolled a nat 1, which I'm thinking is the darker side of things. So he's thinking, I don't know, some kind of like dark black helmet, something that really like makes it restricted to breathe, and so like that's like part of the character.
Well, dark side, light side thing. Yes.
Yeah, right. That's that's exactly where I was going.
Right. Okay.
I really did roll a nat 1.
Yeah, I'm imagining some lines. It's the dark side of redeemed. Tell your sister you were right. This and that. Okay, yeah, totally.
This might be multi staged. Like there have to be parts to this, maybe even like a whole saga of this fight.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. I guess what you can do is maybe recruit some stagehands, and we'll whip this thing together in no time.
All right, I'm on it.
I love it.
And yeah, he'll kind of awkwardly kind of like, all right, and he'll start going off to go look for people.
Yeah, and Callan doesn't go any deeper either because he's appreciating the bit of a distraction that's going on right now too.
All right. Juniper, what are you doing as this afternoon's going on and people are starting to really talk and everything, and a few people even come up to you and just be like, oh, do you want to help out with this? Do you want to do that? Like just literally looking for what Juniper's trying to include you, because you've been kind of hanging out. And at a certain point, like Leo will actually kind of walk up, and he's got a little bit different of a garb on. It looks like somebody actually made him some sort of like nicer, almost like a hunting tunic vest kind of thing. So it looks a little bit more like he's official almost. and kind of walks up awkwardly. Juniper, correct?
Right. Yes.
Sorry, hope I'm not interrupting. I've noticed you spending a lot of time here.
Yeah, it's gonna sound really weird, but she's like home.
He kind of has a half smile. He's like, I definitely can appreciate some of that.
Not quite sure why. Just kind of trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, it's definitely a nice space to be in. I mean, I find myself being kind of drawn here myself. Maiden's blessings and all. God, that still sounds weird to say. Am I saying it believable? Like, I mean, I believe it, but it's like I'm not used to trying
I think
to.
so.
Okay.
You'll try it on. It'll fit eventually.
Yeah.
Do you know what these pictures mean?
The pictures at the cloister,
Yeah,
and all that, those are not here.
Those are not here. I thought we
No,
were here.
no.
All right.
No, you're at the tree. The tree is where the
Oh, that's
epicenter of that feeling is.
Right.
Either way, wherever you want to be.
Either way.
If you want to be by the cloister, you can.
Yeah. So yeah.
It's fine.
Do you
It's
know
fine.
what those pictures down there mean?
It doesn't matter. He'll just kind of, despite apparently being the maiden's champion, I have no idea what they actually mean. I wasn't gifted any kind of extra knowledge, unfortunately. Just purpose, I guess. But I mean, definitely probably interesting things to try to figure out. I mean, they've been here for as long as this place has been here, and I guess longer, I guess.
I have a few ideas what they mean. That's probably what I'm trying to figure out, really. That's what I've been trying to figure out for a while.
Well, I have, I guess, 2 words of advice for you. One, maybe talk to Maven and Callan and Viet. I mean, they know a lot more about the world out there than I do. And they got us here. I mean, that's why we're all here, and that's why we're doing this all tonight, and the big feast and festival and all that. And besides that, which actually goes into that, you need to probably be part of the town a little bit more, because people are getting weirded out that you just hang out here all the time. And I think you would enjoy yourself if you mingled, because people want to know you, and there are a few people who, just because of the whole thing that you weren't here for all that. There are people that were here before that meant us harm, and they had to leave because I told them they needed to. But that being said, you kind of staying by yourself, and with how recent everything that happened with Dragonlock, it was kind of that thing of like, oh, she's by herself and weird. Why doesn't she want to be part of everything? And I just want everybody to feel welcome. And I don't know, the kids you brought. I mean, they're all great. Fen has been trying. He's actually interested in starting to get into the hunting with some of the guys, and like they're all great. You should join. I mean, I can tell you're great too. You should just get to know people.
You're very awkward. You know that.
I have not been doing this often. I hunted a lot and stayed away, and I'm an awkward. Okay.
It's all right. I'm being weird. I'll talk to people.
Awesome. Thank you. And that helps me knowing you're weird too, I guess. Or back. I'm going to stop. I'll see you tonight.
Yeah.
And he just kind of like makes the motion to shake your hand and or like pat you on the shoulder. Like, I'm gonna do better at this. I'm still
You'll get
like
there.
it's been a like less than it's been yeah. And he just walks away.
She'll start mingling with people, I guess. Yeah, she'll just kind of, hey, how's it going? Like really ham it up. Start talking to a lot of different people. Probably seek out the mention. See if she can find Viet or Maven, who she has not seen at all.
So yeah. So off that time. Viet. You still kind of staying to the outskirts of town?
Yes.
Okay. So you're on the edge of town. Having one of your conversations?
Yep. Potentially. Yep.
Okay. So as
Probably.
we kind of zoom in, take us through a little bit of that if you would for me.
And then I found a new crew, Quincy, and it was the Speaker of the Vine and Sad Flute, she was really sad, but she didn't say much. And Scar, who was also kind of nice, but he was didn't let anybody know it, but he was a nice man. And Mister, who's very scary. And yeah, and then I was working with them for quite a while, looking for Manny and for Fenris up and down the river sometimes when I could, and then when we were coming back and there was something we had to clean up. If you know what I mean, Quincy, by cleaning up, it's not really cleaning. But then we found at this party, then bad things were happening and people were getting murdered and Skarg was murdered and we had to run through and then the squirrel came down and the squirrel was the Lady of Thorns that I was telling you about before that the witch woman was talking about, and then there was the hanged fool.
About that time, two figures are going to kind of start walking in your direction and you just
Maven approached me about this festival before. Oh, okay. It's not okay. It's
Maven,
not right.
You're with Daruk, and you notice Viet kind of off by himself, and kind of you two are walking and getting close enough, and you start to pick up the last part of some of this.
And Viet's probably pacing around a little bit as he's talking to himself. He's not sitting there calmly. Like he's gotten himself a little worked up at this point. He's tugging at the tokens in his beard, and right, he's getting to the good part of the a very traumatic part of the story. So yes.
I'm no stranger to talking to myself. Especially when until my husband was alive and he's right there. He's like really we like held hands earlier. It was like a big deal. It's fine. I think what I'm gonna do.
What does Daruk look like again? Just to refresh everyone.
He's like really
in his
hot.
Human form.
Yeah, he's like really hot. So
Not
he's
unlike
medium
certain
height.
Canadian girlfriends.
Hey, we'll keep her out of this.
He looks exactly like she does, just with less hair. No, so he's tall. He's an orc, half orc. He's got jutting out 2 teeth underneath. He's the album cover for that one Breaking Benjamin album with the bald guy going like this. He looks like that. Yeah, he looks like that. No, he's just bald. He's pale gray skin. He does have the mark of the True Star clan on his neck in a similar place where Maven actually had her scalebound tattoo. Fun fact.
Throwing out the gang signs. Yep.
Yeah, we love it. So he's bald. He's got 2 tusks coming out here. Medium height, about the same height as Maven, maybe an inch or 2 shorter. Maven's relatively tall. stocky build, and that's about it. Dresses in plain clothes. Never really was one for fashion. More of a utility kind of guy.
Mhm.
And I would imagine he came back in the same clothes that he left in, which are about 20 years out of date. Although, how can a tunic and pants really be out of date?
Well, a little bit more elaborate than that, because he also was a skilled ranger himself.
That
So,
too. That
that
too.
too.
Well, I'll allow you to have
He left
flavor
out
on
it-
what his accessories
He
are.
left out his shoe size, but I think we all get the picture at this point. So
He's
Oh,
a 6.5 in men.
and a little bit older than Maven
Yep.
as well.
Yep. Set of wrinkles. He's definitely had a life and a lot of experiences before they met. And he's got those, I call them experience lines.
So, one
And
person
what-
you.
and what would Maven? What's Maven's? I think we kind of got an idea, but what's Maven's? So Maven's walking up with this person. What's Maven's demeanor as she's walking
Yes.
up with this person?
Yeah, so I'm walking up to you actually,
Mm-hmm.
yet, and I'm just kind of waiting until your conversation's over. So I as
This
someone
could be
who has had
days.
yeah, probably. When you hit a lull in the conversation where maybe you're listening really hard, but I might not know, I'm gonna go Viet.
So because he's hyper aware, he will jump. He kind of got himself wrapped up so where he wasn't paying attention. So this was a little bit unusual to actually be able to walk up on him as he was having this conversation, this really long animated conversation to himself. It's the first time anybody's probably snuck up on him for a long time during this entire trip. So yes, so he jumps and he's immediately like got his fists up and he's ready to punch.
I come in peace.
Lady of Thorns. Thorns, yes, and the dark wood and the dead flowers, yes.
Hi, yes, it's good to see you. It's been a little bit. Are you all right?
I was just talking to Quincy about that.
And what does Quincy say?
He has not said anything.
Ain't that just the way?
Just as you two are talking without saying a word, Daruk will just try to pass Viet a piece of jerky.
It
Just be
Well-
like, you look hungry.
reach out and take the jerky and he'll nod and he'll just kind of tuck it into his inside his tunic.
Good.
Thank you.
Good. You save that. You eat that.
Thank you.
Keep your strength up.
Thank you. Thank you. My mother was naming me Viet.
My mother is naming me Daruk.
And Viet will kind of nod for a second. Then you see like a little bit of a light will dawn and like your friend, Maven. Like your pet. Yes.
Yes.
That is interesting that you two names.
Coincidence.
It is nice to meet you.
And you. And he'll
Maven,
hold out
you're a
another piece
rat.
of jerky.
Viet will take it and tuck it into his tunic.
Yes.
Maven, Yodarat is not looking very good. He didn't want to eat a cracker the other day.
No,
Very much
no,
not like him.
Viet,
Don't ruin this.
I've misplaced him. Could you keep an
He
eye
must have
out
got
for
away.
me?
I will look for him, yes.
Thank you. I can't find him, and it's
I will tell him that you have another friend named Daruk as well. Maybe he will be interested in that.
thank you. I really appreciate that. Yes, he usually never gets far, but I haven't seen him in about a week, and subtly I jab Daruk in the ribs to continue the bit.
He's like, yeah, must have gotten out there. Hope somebody else didn't, somebody didn't eat him.
Oh,
That
that'd be
would be bad.
terrible.
Was he a healthy, fat little rat?
He was quite
He'll hold
fat,
up a
but
piece of-
he was
He'll
not.
hold up another piece of jerky.
Viet will take the piece of jerky and tuck it into his tunic. He was not looking good the last time that I saw him, no. I don't think he was feeling well.
No, he must
Do
have
you
just
have
been
any
tired.
pets? Do you have any pets, Daruk?
No, not many times, but I'm thinking about getting one.
Maven doubles over and starts wheezing.
Oh, and kind of
Are you feeling
pats her on the
okay,
back. It's
Maven?
like,
Lady of corpse, lady of dead flowers in the dead woods, and the.
she's so upset from not knowing where her pet is.
I will start looking right
away. Are you gonna join any of the festivities?
No.
Why not?
You have to make an appearance. You're one of the heroes.
No.
Come on, Viet. For us, maybe my rat will show up.
I will look for your rat, but I will not be attending the festival. There's too much. I am not used to that. There's too much. There's too many people. It's too close quarters. There's too many people crowding. I am not safe in crowds.
What if we go
Lady of
out
Thorns.
on the outside of the festivities? I could meet you out there and see how you're feeling.
Maybe.
Play it by ear.
I'll take that. I'll take what I can get. Yet meet me out by the outside of the festivities. If you're feeling up to it, we can dance, we can make merry, we can eat some jerky, maybe some crackers.
You should save the crackers. Viet will take the jerky and tuck it into his tunic.
Eat up.
Thank you again, Maven's friend Daruk.
We'll see you tonight.
Maven knows a good story about a Daruk. Maven knows a good story about a Daruk as well. She was telling the children.
Oh, good, good.
The time I found him unconscious in the woods and had to save his hide.
Yes, it was very.
That's a good one. That's
exciting.
It's my favorite.
All right. So we'll start to make their way into the town. Daruk will give one, kind of start to walk and then come back and one more for the road and just hand another piece of jerky to Viet.
Thank you, friend Daruk, and he will take it and he'll tuck it.
You're welcome. I just want to make sure you've got plenty. Help.
You are very kind. Thank you.
Happy to help.
What did you do to the jerky? I quietly whisper over to Daruk. I say, "What did you do to that jerky?"
Nothing yet. You got to get them to trust you before you do anything to it. All right, so the evening will go on. So as the evening goes on, there is a feast. It is, everybody has gathered everything they could find to actually have a nice feast and celebration. And there is a talent show. Callan, would you roll me a performance check? With advantage, seeing as you have help from me.
Okay. It'll be a 23.
Nice. So, narrate for me in 60 seconds or less.
Okay.
What do we see in this grand spectacle of Murdet and Callan and their production?
Okay. So Callan would be wearing a helmet also that is like the mirror image, like a white version of the helmet that Murdet is wearing. Callan comes up on stage. First, he kind of rambles on about the greatness of law and society and the good of people and keeping everything in good order. And then at some point, there's like sparks and explosions, like a WWE entrance from the back. Murdet comes in and says, that's all bull, and starts taunting, and we just kind of back and forth to work up the crowd, get this whole rivalry established.
People, real quick, they're like, no, boo, boo,
But you kind of see in the interplay that maybe there's a little too much harshness in the law and order stance of Callan's character, and then maybe there's a little there's some potential in the chaos and freedom of Murdett's position, and then start battling as using the entire stage, moving through. Yeah, we built a couple of sets, a few sets for that, just crossing all of them. And then one of before the climax of this whole thing, there's a part where we keep bonking each other on the head with our clubs, and our helmets keep coming off, and they keep rolling in just exactly precise ways. They roll towards the opposite person, and then right before we get bonked in the head, we put on the opposite side helmet. And it's just kind of a back and forth vaudeville, whole physical comedy thing going on. And then
kids are laughing hysterical. Yeah, like
yeah. And then we just kind of get to a point where we're locked in mortal combat, and it could go either way. And we've got some little kid up there kind of playing the audience, and like, who's gonna win? Who's your favorite? So we're kind of like looking for that response there as a cue at this point.
all right. How about everybody? We've got 3 other spectators, basically. Everyone roll me a d20, and odds are for Murdett's character, and evens are for Callan's character, for which way the crowd overall goes.
I rolled an
One
odd.
for Callan.
One for Callan,
I rolled an odd.
one
Whatever
for
that's for.
Murdet.
I forgot to
Raven?
pull out my character sheet. 1 second. I forgot
Come
we
on.
actually had to play D&D. I thought this
Yeah,
was just acting time.
Is that we just got to
There are
play?
rolls.
Sexy husband
I'm rolling,
times.
I'm rolling,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
rolling.
yeah. We got it.
Yeah. Make out times. That's a 5. So it's an odd
5.
number.
All right, so the crowd eventually shifts, like it goes back and forth, but eventually there's more cheers, oddly enough, for Murdett's more chaotic, evil-ish character.
Yeah.
Nice.
Here for the
Okay.
chaos.
All right. So then that Callan is on the ropes and on the ground. Murdet. Callan is asking for mercy. Please, from the heavens, I beg of you, mercy. And we can free these people together. Blah blah blah. And Murdet just strikes the killing blow, and Callan is just going into like the overdramatic Shatner death scene.
Oh, yeah.
Going into the light. Oh, it's nearing too fast. So, life so short.
Die
much left.
already.
Yeah, and it
So
gets
you hear
just
some oohs and
annoying.
ahs and kids like getting upset, and then Viet right on the edge of the crowd, who just snuck in enough to watch, die already.
Callan probably heard that and was like, yeah, that's exactly what we were going for. All right, Murdet, do it. And then Murdet gets to kill me.
All right, one final killing blow, and a red scarf comes out.
And then I'm pumping up Murdet because he gets to play this up. He gets to, get all the accolades and the applause and everything. Yeah, that's for you, buddy. Good job.
I'm just gonna roll for him because I don't think he expected to. He rolls with it, and he's like, so just go with it. Go, and
Oh
he
yeah.
just starts to stand on like the makeshift almost ropes that you kind of do and don't have, and just stands in the corner. Oh, yeah.
Maven's screaming. She's so into this fight. She's going, yeah, get him! You got him, Murdet!
Yeah, and Daruk's next. He's just like, I gotta say, he's like, for quick prep time, like that was quite a show. Like, yeah,
Right.
everybody has. I mean, it's a great night, and there's, a few people kind of like the very next person, ironically, is Jobin, and he was gonna just do a song,
Oh,
and like he gets
Jobin!
about like one verse into singing, voice cracking, and like he did not want to follow. He's like, no one told me that
He's
was
doing
before me."
great. I'm
Very-
gonna
and
produce
very
flame while
quickly-
he's singing.
Oh,
I'm into
okay.
it.
Aw.
I'm gonna produce flame for him, and I'm gonna.
I'm gonna roll a performance check flat now. I was gonna like,
I'm into it.
Daruk's like, are we cheering for this?
We are.
this-
Shut up. Yes. Be nice to him.
And he just kind of starts, real like, oh my God. I should take a picture and send these onto our thing. That's a nat 20 flat now.
Yes, it is.
And somehow he starts to just like, yeah. And all of a sudden, like this voice no one expected. Like he's a soprano. Like he's like
Yes.
head singing. It's that scene, like it's the it doesn't matter.
Fifth Element.
I'm
Yeah.
proud of him.
Sure, yeah.
Crying.
Goes
I'm so
crazy.
crying.
It's a Catalina wine mixer. That's what I was.
Oh my
thinking of.
gosh.
Yeah, where it just all of a
Catalina
sudden it
wine
was like,
mixer.
it's the Cyprus Heroes Festival. Yeah, and it goes on a few other ones, but that one, like all the ones it was a great night. And night is waning. It is like 2 a.m. at this point. And most people are clearing out, been drinking, going to their respectable homes. A few people linger here and there. And we have Callan and Maven and Juniper. And as things are thinning out, even Viet fully kind of coming into the space, and it's a little quieter. And all 4 of you are now at a small little, what's left of a campfire, one of the many around, little brazier.
Mhm.
And you all kind of find yourself there at the same time, still staying up. Daruk is just down the street, a little bit off. As Viet, you start to walk, he just walks up. He's like, yeah, you should go talk here. Have some, I took a turkey leg. You should eat that. And just walks by.
And tuck it into his tunic.
Well, we're at the campfire together. I gotta ask Maven, hey, who's the hottie you found?
Oh, that's like a really good question.
Oh yeah.
This is a different
I
set.
didn't notice him before. What?
Maven's glowing. Yeah.
His name is Daruk, and
It is like her pet rat's name. And
Oh,
the
are
person
they-
that she tells the story says is also named Daruk. Isn't that interesting?
Oh, they're all the same? Is it like
They have the same
ran out of
name,
names
yes.
in your village or something?
Callan, roll me an intelligence check.
All right.
You've heard enough about this.
Yeah, it was a 4 altogether.
It's not dawning.
I'm tired.
on
I've
you
been
either.
producing a show and everything. Yeah.
yeah,
Viet is
you
now
might-
eating a piece of the jerky, by the way. He
might
offers one to
think.
Callan. This is good jerky. Her friend Daruk has this jerky. It is quite good.
Is it the same friend Daruk or is this another
He's
Daruk
like
we're
off
talking
in the
about?
corner,
No,
just
they
like-
have an uncanny resemblance in both demeanor and in demeanor. Really, that's about it. And I look over at Callan and I go,
Juniper, would you like some jerky?
No,
It is
thank
from
you.
Maven's friend Daruk, who is named the same as her friend the rat.
I also look over at Juniper and I go,
I'm good, thank you. So full of. Has there been mead? I need to know this.
There's
Okay.
been, yeah.
I'm so full of meat, I couldn't possibly take another bite of food, another anything. I'm good.
Yeah, we'll pat his tunic. I have some here if you need some later.
Are you going to regurgitate it?
No, it is my tunic. It's in my tunic.
Oh, it's sweat jerky now.
Sweat jerky.
It's
Extra salt.
it's totally pocket jerky at this point now. Yes.
I was hoping you might have wrapped it in your beard hair. Just a little.
Yeah, that's way better.
Yeah, no, it's much worse.
Crunchy.
Mm.
Good, thanks.
Yeah, I do take
Go on.
Daruk around though, and I do introduce him to the children. And I do have him pose in his most heroic pose. And I say, kids, do you remember the brave Daruk in the forest?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you remember. Guess what? I brought him here just for you. And he's here to give you all piggyback rides and chocolate and do whatever you want for the rest of the evening.
Yes.
Wow.
And he just smiles like yes, and whispers,
Somebody owes
"We'll
somebody
pay for
later.
this."
You know, he really loves to give horsey rides, and if you give him if you pull on his scalp a little bit, it makes him go faster.
So he's not there now. Actually, he's during all this, he's actually had to do some bedtimes himself and all that. So Daruk isn't even there. If that's what happened. So yeah. Anything as the group you'd like to discuss?
Oh, sitting
or
around
go-
a fire.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
sitting around a fire.
Callan
You have a
Den,
new person you barely know. You know.
hanged fool. What is the plan?
Plan.
Plan.
I think the plan has not quite presented itself to us, but
We
I
have
do
not
have
had
a suggestion for directions.
We have not had time to talk, but the witch woman said that I would be tied to you. He explains of Juniper. The witch woman told me that I should be, my fate was with the hanged fool and the Lady of Thorns.
Which woman?
Yes, the witch woman.
Which truly is fortunate for you, I guarantee you.
But I am thinking she was trying to get me killed, he's explaining to Juniper.
Oh,
Because
that's lovely. How did she tell you this?
that she was trying to get me killed, I put that together myself. She just
No,
said that I
okay.
should be that I should go with the hanged fool here and the Lady of Thorns.
Why
But-
would anybody
but
just
she
want to
didn't
come
say-
along and kill you yet?
But she didn't say what we were doing, and I am not understanding because there was a lot going on here.
Right. Well, you know how sometimes like pieces of a puzzle just you don't know where they go. You don't know where every piece goes at the start of the puzzle. But
Yeah,
as
I'm
you
not
go
liking
along,
puzzles.
No puzzles.
Quincy liked
okay.
puzzles. Quincy was in charge of puzzles with our crew, but
Okay.
I am not liking puzzles.
Sure.
Hmm.
So it's not about all having every part of the future figured out. It's about
Just
having the
Tell me
skills and
the one part then.
okay, we're gonna go. I don't know. Maven, where are we going?
That's a big question. Away from here.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, okay. So we were originally going towards the monastery.
Mhm.
That was the original
we-
plan.
Are we
Do we
looking
still
for
need
your
to
not
go
father?
there? Well, because this place is much better. No offense, Murdit, wherever you are. To you and your not father, Callan, but this place is much better than the monastery and like magically protected. So like I feel like as far as getting these people to a safe haven goes, like we did that. So maybe we go back and get Agenor?
Yep. So is Murdit there?
He's let me see.
Basking in the glow of his newfound fame.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's there too. He's kind
He's
of little off to the side, just kind of keeping quiet, letting you guys talk, but he's in the area.
He's probably signing autographs and stuff too.
He was very
Exactly.
busy with that earlier, yeah.
Go back where?
Exactly.
So
Perfect.
I think Murdit, you know what we talked about, and you know the options I laid out. We could go
Viet will look over at Juniper that Kellen lost his father in the Dragon Lock with the green-eyed people.
Oh, I'm
Hmm.
sorry.
It was a
But
big, elaborate
We don't
plan,
know
and it
that.
didn't go well.
You can't go back to Dragonlock.
Yeah, but he's probably there and he's not dead.
There's no one there. There's no one there.
That's the thing.
No one?
He's there. And
There are people there. People roving around the city, acting like heroes. But they're not. They're not anymore. I don't know what they are, but you know the Scalebinders.
Oh God, those yahoos!
oh,
They're all leading troops of undead around the city, killing anyone
Oh.
left.
Mm-hmm.
Green
really?
eyes, all of them.
Hmm.
Well, now we have to go back. See, if you hadn't said that, we wouldn't have had to go back. But now we have to go back.
Why are we
Damn
going?
Can't go back.
We-
There's no one there to save.
That's the problem,
There's
isn't it?
everyone there to save.
Yeah, exactly. That's oh gosh. Okay. Juniper. Okay. I'm gonna expedition dump on exposition. I can do words. I talk for a living.
Exposition
Dump on Juniper, and go over everything from dying in the Deadwood to waking up in the Deadwood to the Aurora Borealis and the Dragon Gods, and it takes probably for the rest of the night.
I mean, it's a good 20-minute, even
Yeah.
if you kind of skim things.
Yeah.
Is
Do you
that
go
why you were
into your
murdering
side of that
Comdal and
ritual?
Yes, that is exactly why I was murdering Comdal. Viet, she killed me first, and I swear if I see her again, I'm gonna murder her second.
I am not liking killing unarmed prisoners.
Yeah. Next time she won't be unarmed.
He had her teeth.
Her hands were
Hey there.
tied.
That's a lot.
I would,
You're telling me.
I would encourage Murdit to like sit and listen to all that too.
Oh yeah, he's edged his way as the full dump happens, and it's just like listening. Yeah.
And I-
So the Scalebinder Master was not the Scalebinder Master, and one of the Dragon Brothers, but not a good one. Although none of them are
Yes.
good. And
None
then
of them
he-
are good. All of
then
them are real
you
bad.
all believed him and got him the things to make him powerful, and then Callan died, and Callan
Yep,
came
Callan
back,
died a lot. Like real intensely.
but he serves the dragons now,
Yep,
and
that's
they
a
are bad.
thing.
I wish I could
And
say
this
Yeah, they're
place
very
is like
bad.
a prison. This
Yep.
world, the whole world is a prison, and
Well,
Viet is
that
just
was
getting
before
more
the
and
Dragon
more
Gods took over.
animated and like a little bit of spittle. Like
Oh no.
like he is getting really uncomfortable.
Viet.
You can just see
I
he's
grab
getting
his
himself all wound up.
I look to grab his shoulders.
He shrugs, like bats your hand away, like steps back away, like he's not in a place to
It's
be
gonna be
touched.
okay. Just take a
It
couple
is
deep
not
breaths.
okay.
It is
another
not.
prison.
You're right.
This is another prison, and we
No,
have no
no,
way of
it's not.
helping and getting out of this. This is not.
No, we do. We
How?
do. There are ways
How?
to help. There is a ship yet to be named. Remember the
The
ship?
dancing lady's ship.
Yes.
She doesn't know where she put it. How are we going to
That's
find
okay.
its ship?
Wait, I know where it is. Yet I know where it is.
How do you know where it is? She didn't know where
Because
it was.
I've been there before. It's gonna be okay. Callan and I both, and I look over at Callan.
What does the
We've
ship
been there,
name
right,
then?
Callan?
Where
We
is
get
the
to
ship?
name it.
Where
get
is
to
the
name
ship?
It
Hang-
is
hang-
in Mirrorvale. We think.
Hang on a second. You're throwing a lot at me here. And I've
Yeah,
been
sorry
in the
about
cups.
that.
I've been in the cups for about half the evening.
Yeah, me too.
You've died before.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You should have seen our friend Theo. He's died twice. He's
So
not.
you know-
Well, he's alive. He's not here right now.
So you know
I
what
think, I think
happens.
Theo would have been at 3.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
died 3 times.
So you know what happens when you die.
Well, for me,
Where-
it wasn't much other than I got stabbed in the back, and then everything was dark, and then I woke up in a shallow grave. So I didn't have the green eye reanimation thing. All I
So you didn't
had
go
was I woke back up.
And you, Callan?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What happens when you die? Well, the one time I didn't remember anything much, but then there was the second time. I didn't know what happened, and then I woke up and I fell out of this vat of goo, and then I went through these crazy trials. And there's this whole nice.
Kellen had about
God
another how many deaths
lady.
after that? 200, 300?
Yeah, true.
There was this nice God lady there who's like saying, "Okay, you're back." This is,
She was not a nice lady, Callan. I will correct you until the day I die for that one.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Someday, maybe you'll
Murder.
see the
Well,
truth.
just kind of as all this is going on, and he's like, why do you keep asking what happened when they died? To Juniper.
Because I've died before.
Oh, what happened for you?
Oh, good. Should
Show me
I
your
have
eyes.
died to be part of this group? I mean,
I have not died yet, Murdet. You are in good company.
good. Hey,
I am.
Well,
I'm from Highport.
not for real,
originally.
Okay.
Um,
Do you have green eyes?
yeah,
Like bright green?
like a normal
Okay.
person green, not
Okay,
glowing
good.
green.
not luminescent.
Viet, you would see Viet kind of twitch at that again and look at her really closely. Go like again. He already did it once, but just double checking.
It was about a year ago, in Highport, where I lived with my family. I got really sick. It should have been just cold or something, but I got really sick. And I was dying. I remember that. I remember starting to fade away. And then I remember someone coming to my bedside.
Oh no.
Someone who felt like a mountain. Quiet, calm, and peaceful. And then I did die. And then I saw what happens where we go when we die. And it is not into the dragon's arms, into their loving embrace.
Well, yeah, they're
It is-
terrible.
It is someplace vile. Thousands of people, terrified, all of them just waiting to be devoured. It's not a good place.
How'd you get out?
I don't remember.
I don't know if I trust that smile. That's me, Killian. That's not Maven.
Y'all can't see my face, but my eyes are really wide here at this point. That's not Viet. That's
I hope
Chris.
so.
But since then, I've made it. I woke up and my town was gone. Not gone like a blip, just everyone was gone. That's where they went first. All the
First.
undead. All the undead. I think there were body parts everywhere. All I could do was to go home, grab the few things that I grabbed and leave. And I went to Dragonlock to find answers, to find out the real story. Because those dragons are not They're not what they say they are.
Callan. Does Callan know what roughly a year ago in Highport was?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
So, does anything else connect? Does
Admit to nothing though, but yeah.
that mountain person, is that
Roll me an insight check.
okay? That's a 9.
Nothing off the top of your head. I mean, nothing specific. I mean, mountain of a person, mountain of a presence, mountain of a, it's hard to.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to really bring that up.
It's fine. Yeah, no, but I just want to make sure you.
There's no way that would help. But so some of the things Juniper said though, they are like clicking for Callan. They're like missing pieces.
Things that probably immediately proceeded after the last time you were there.
Right. But he'll probably unfortunately the answers are in Dragonlock. It might not be the best place to go right now.
Why?
But that's the center of it all.
There are 3 of us, maybe 4 or 5 of us. Callan Dent, this is not a good plan.
You're right.
Fight smarter. This is not.
Wait. We can go back to Dragonlock, but not yet. I don't think it's time yet. Agenor is doing amazing, probably wherever he is. Okay, but we have a place to be. We told Sealy where we'd be going. We said we'd go to Mirrorvale after we dropped these people off where we were going.
Did the dancing lady give us any clues?
You said a ship with no name.
Yes.
What did this dancing lady look like?
Mirrorvale?
She was like a ball of light exploded onto a person.
Oddly enough, the description fits.
You are knowing dancing lady too?
I think so. About 3 days, maybe, out of Dragonlock, someone came to our fire.
Oh, that sounds like her. What'd she say?
Yeah, what'd she say?
She told me to find a ship with no name.
Did she tell you were early but also late and kind of on time?
Yes, and that we could visit the end by going to the beginning or the fork in the road. I'm a fork in the road. It was all very confusing.
I hug Juniper tightly.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's new.
Yeah. You saw our dancing lady. How was she?
Right. She's fine, I think. She disappeared.
Yeah, she
pretty
does
shortly
that.
after that.
Yeah.
But honestly, the only way we made it out of Dragonlock is sheer luck. Sheer dumb luck.
Wasn't luck.
No, I guess it wasn't. It was the only reason I made it out was because of someone, and I don't know who it was, but he told me that I had to go. I had to make my own path. Kind of hard to see while he was tearing apart about 15 undead by himself. Tall, angular face, top knot on his head.
That's him.
That's him.
Yeah, Murdoch will perk up at that too.
He's doing good.
I said he was alive.
He can wait.
I don't know if that's quite.
Shh, Juniper. Shut up. As I hug you, I squeeze you a little tighter and I go.
we're talking about silly, so I've kind of been fidgeting with some of the stuff she gave us. I brought out the tuning fork.
Okay.
And I'm starting to play with it. But Callan will offer, like, I don't think we can solve Dragonlock any. We need to come from a position of strength.
Yes.
So the best way to help Agenor might be to get more help.
Gather the troops.
Yes.
Get a plan.
Are we sure that this boat is in Mirrorvale?
As far as I can tell, yes. But we need to go over everything we remember from what Seely told us. Do you remember when we got on that beach that was made of broken glass with those creatures? We've seen them, Callan.
Mhm.
We've seen them outside of this temporal rift. I feel it in my bones that where we were has something to do with this boat. What else could be this boat with no name? An invisible boat with no name? Come on. Invisible island that almost killed us.
Where was the beginning? If we are supposed to be going to beginning, where was
Deadwood.
their beginning?
The Deadwood. Lahoon? Callan?
That's a lot of beginnings for me.
Callan. Beginnings. There's a couple places we can start.
Depends on which beginning you're talking about.
Well, yeah, right? I mean, who knows? Can I do a history check, Scott?
For what
For
purpose?
two things.
Okay.
Yes. The
What
beginning.
things?
Okay. Tell me no if no, but I've got some gears spinning here.
Okay. Okay.
As far as beginnings go, Maven was particularly interested in the nascence or the beginning of this era of the continent, okay?
Yeah.
So she's thinking the beginning of that in the valleys of the Deadwood, something around that area, it's significant. And so she's thinking beginnings that way.
Okay.
I'm also thinking beginnings, considering Seely, of how we all first met.
Mhm.
And coincidentally, in my mind, that also comes into the Deadwood.
Okay.
This is just where my mind is going.
Yeah. Roll me a history check.
Okay.
Just a flat history check.
Okay.
Because even though you have some
That is a
ancient
20.
knowledge, that's
30 20, baby.
30-20. Okay. With those specific kind of frames of thought
Mm-hmm.
for this era and for first meetings,
Mm-hmm.
it's Dragonlock.
Okay. The fountain.
Graduation ceremony.
The fountain.
Like
Yes.
all of that, of those kind of frame of thought, we go to Dragonlock.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Roll
Then-
me just a straight intelligence check.
Yes. Okay.
Just add your modifier.
Yes. That is a 13, 8 plus 5.
Okay, 13. So with the frame of thought you're thinking on,
Mhm.
you definitely immediately start to think about Dragonlock. Of just like, that's the first place you met them, at the graduation ceremony.
Mhm.
Even before you really knew them, that's where you first saw them and were introduced. Also, the era of everything that's written started at Dragonlock at the fountain, where they touched
Right.
down. And as you start to go, like, yeah, that makes sense. That's so easy. Why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think of that? And then a little voice in the back of your head just saying, like, but this is Seely. Like,
Mhm.
a just straight A to B to C isn't the way she would ever make a connection to explain anything to any of you.
So we start at the end to get to the beginning.
Beginning.
At least that's where my head goes. Again.
Okay.
The beginning, like, Like the
So as you're
pictograph.
all kind of working this out, everyone else now roll me a intelligence check. Just because you're all kind of working together, talking out loud, throwing out ideas.
Also, Juniper, what did you say? The pictograph?
The pictograph. The woman in the ocean.
I'm so glad you're here.
You said intelligence check, Scott.
Yep. Just add your modifier to a d20.
21 for Callan.
21 to Callan.
I got smart friends.
12.
Jennifer? 12.
12.
Yet?
Viet is the dude, the assistant coach in the background going, by the sea, yes.
What did he get?
5.
5. Okay. I mean, yeah.
Sorry.
Callan, as everyone's kind of going back and forth, and Viet's jumping in, just like, I do see that as, just kind of, you're hearing a lot of thoughts. You just get a twisted thought in your head.
Hmm.
The beginning of everything and the end of everything, and where all of you began to become together, all coincided with one simple thought: death and rebirth. Being born, dying, beginning, end. You became more of a group when you all died and came back. Just a kind of, without thinking the specifics of where we all met or what's the beginning and all that, sometimes the most simplest answer is like, what if it's death, or like being born? Like, that kind of is where your brain starts to get a little twisted thought in it.
So we kill ourselves? Let me let you offer that one, Callan. Never mind.
People are always killing people.
Yeah,
I'm saying you should kill yourselves. I'm saying that's where the thought
You're
is.
saying that's the thought that you have, and you're thinking, maybe we should do that.
I'm trying to lead you in a direction, not show
Yes.
you the.
No, I know. That's the thought I had. Right. Callan, this is your thought. You do
Jerky?
what you will. You want some jerky?
Okay.
Viet is
Thinking
totally
jerky?
chewing on another piece of jerky at this point.
If
Roll me a Constitution check.
Is it with advantage against poison?
Yes. Yes.
No.
It would be. He's a dwarf.
That'd be a dirty 20.
You're fine. You're
For
fine.
now.
Death and rebirth
Laxatives,
is
not
not a
poison.
theme that Callan really likes at this
Mhm.
point. So he's just, gonna go for the crazy route and say, okay, we don't know where we're going. We need strength, that's for sure. I did throw out the potential to go to Beacon and get some help for Murdit to get some power in his corner.
Mhm.
And there's just a lot of other stuff that might be in Beacon that might illuminate our path.
What are the
Or
things
not.
that? What are the
Mm.
things that the dancing lady gave us?
Okay.
Oh, she
She
gave
was-
me this.
she was
and
trying to
I'll
help.
I'll pull out a little bottle.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
It says, it looks like that same like gold shifting to pinks and oranges, and it says "drink me" on the outside of it.
Hmm.
She said I should probably drink that at some point, but that it might be too late or too early. Again,
That means you're right on time. Don't worry. That's how she talks. Okay. Calm down.
Okay. And
Callan,
then, yes.
Go on. You say your thing, and then I'll have something to ask you.
Yeah. So I have. She gave us this tuning fork. She gave.
What is the fork for?
I don't
Viet,
know.
Eating.
That is
What
not
happens
like
when
my
I-
fork.
When I bang the tuning fork on something, activate it.
So you bang it on something to try to get it to be a tuning fork.
Bang it on the potion.
Bang on what?
Ouch.
Potion.
Oh, no, I think Callan would just
Not true.
try it on his knee or something.
Yeah. You do get like the slightest little like vibration. But it's not like just a sudden like but you do feel like a tuning fork is doing a tuning fork thing.
What's it to tune to?
Amazing. Okay. So as I'll just keep like,
Yeah.
hitting it, and then as I go on, and she gave me a potion that she said, for the long way around, drink me. I said, I don't know what that means.
Means we have to die. That means we have to die. Sorry. Kidding.
Oh,
Sorry. No, not what I meant. Callan?
yours says all knowledge gained comes from the pain of experience.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of sounding like what you're talking about.
Callan,
Mine just says drink me. It doesn't have any of that
she
on
didn't.
it.
Yeah. Callan.
I did not
Yes.
get one.
We need to go to the fountain. And I think we need to drink those while we're there. Do you know, and I hate to say this, makes me nauseous just thinking about it. Does Sorva have services she could offer us, like protection over our bodies?
Probably not, but I can ask.
You know, I heard the noises coming from the tent. I think she owes you.
You didn't hear nothing.
You don't know what I
know
heard.
what?
I got these big old ears.
I know it's weird. It's like I'm the DM though.
True.
Ultimate galactic power.
That is true. That is true. If she could, I know you are her knight.
Wasn't there something else that she gave as well?
Yes. What was it?
There was a globe thingy.
Yeah, we got a glitter potion that Callan tried to kill me with.
Callan tried to kill you with it?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Callan tried to kill you with it?
I tried to save you with it. I did save you with it.
Me.
The secret comes out.
The truth come out.
Callan was the one with the exploding?
Yes, he did do that, but it's okay. I forgave him. And you can too.
You can,
Lord,
yet.
Einkill, Callan Den hanged fool. We all know what happened to Einkill.
I
Well,
don't
here
know
I
what
am.
happened to
And he's just glaring at you.
It's on my side.
I am honestly talking to myself, saying all of these paths that we're talking about sound completely foolish. And that's ridiculous because I never listen to anyone who tells me that something's foolish.
So we should do it.
We should do it.
We should absolutely do it.
We should
Right?
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll look over at
okay.
Juniper and Murdet.
Murder's eyes are big. He's like,
The witch
I
woman
think I
is trying to
missed a
get me
step.
killed.
No.
Yeah,
No. To rebirth you, Viet. Cult of Sealy.
My mother birthed me once already. That is plenty. She named me Viet.
She did. She
You
sure
can,
did.
You can keep your name. It's fine.
Wait, Callan. There's potions for me, for you, for Juniper.
Mm.
She left something for Viet.
I am not having anything from Sealy.
No, you had something.
I have the hammer. She got me the
Yes,
hammer. The hammer is
she
very
gave you
nice.
a hammer.
there's also a third potion.
There
Just
is.
to remind Callan if he
Not
forgot.
that Viet had. Yes.
That just in case Callan didn't know. Like if he was,
Yeah, I didn't.
This is perfect. This is
No,
perfect.
Callan didn't forget. Mick just didn't write it down.
Okay.
Callan? We can bring the four of us and Murdet to the fountain. Murdet, you watch over us.
Just a FYI, the potion that you also have for Viet, it is a gold liquid that shifts from gold to blue and back again. And on the note, it says, Viet, only in the dark can we can the light shine your path. Drink me.
We have to die. This is like a whole thing. It's
Which woman is trying to get me killed?
maybe it just knocks us out.
Viet's gonna turn and just walk off into the darkness,
That's fair.
talking to himself angrily.
But I think I really do. Okay, even if it doesn't kill us, maybe it knocks us out. Maybe it takes us on a spiritual journey. Maybe it brings us to another astral realm where we party with Santa Claus, fantasy Santa Claus. We could. I mean, right? It's the fountain, right? And she looks at Callan like,
Well, like whether it is or not, this lines up so many things perfectly. Murdet, you get to go and check out if Agenor's there and if we can help. I get to kind of test the parameters of my relationship with Queen Sorva. Just everything. There's so much that's so many boxes to check. So that's why I'm leaning towards Dragonlock.
I think we should go. I don't want to. I've had enough green-eyed menace for a while, but the biggest end I can think of, Callan, is when we were at the fountain, and that was the last time I saw you as you.
It has
That was
to
the last
be,
time I felt like myself.
It has to have something to do with that ritual, don't you think? It was
Yeah.
interrupted. And since it was interrupted, we have a chance to reroute it.
Yes.
Or reverse it, maybe. Maybe.
But what about the boat? There's got to be something with the boat. I think we're onto something here, but is that maybe how we get to the boat? Because we had to. Remember when we got to the beach, we were knocked unconscious. We almost died just getting onto the beach itself.
I don't know. I think there's a high probability that if we take this chance, we might never get to the boat. So who knows?
I think the only person who knows is Celie, and she,
Murdet is just going to, I'll be honest. I mean, I want to go back to Dragonlock to look for Agenor.
Yeah.
But he kind of looks over at Juniper, and he's seeing your kind of body, what exactly is, you said, this kind of gestures towards Maven and Callan, and the Scalebound are leading armies, or what? You kind of glossed over that before we started down this path.
It's a lot. So when all of that went down in Dragonlock, I was there with a heretic group called the Seekers of Truth, who are actively trying to find information that proves the dragon gods are not real.
I like you.
So I was out scouting, trying to find anyone alive. Unsuccessful for the most part. Actually, those kids saved me. But one day when I was out scouting, I did see members of the Scalebound. Dark Mantle was one of them. Apex was another. Silver Sabers, the Magi, all of them, green eyes, leading undead. But they didn't. Here's the weird part. They didn't seem like they were undead. They just didn't look like it. They looked good. like peak condition good, but glowing green eyes. So things are bad. really bad in Dragonlock. If this person who saved me is your father, Adrenor, I tried to get him to come with me, to get out of the city, but he wouldn't.
That's not surprising.
Was he
That's him.
protecting people? Like what? Like
Well, he sure protected me. He said that our paths can't continue together right now. His and mine. I had to travel by my own light and not in the shelter of his dark shadow.
Callan would look at Murdet.
yeah, he looks a little concerned.
Dark shadow.
He's dead.
He
This is Killian, not Maven. Sorry.
No, he's
wasn't
not dead.
No, but he wasn't quite alive either. His eyes were glowing. One green, one blue.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Murdet looks like deflated, punched in the gut, and just kind of like not walking off, but just kind of like pacing away a little bit and just kind of taking those like kind of breaths and just digesting.
I'm really sorry.
No, it's not your fault. It's okay. So, Maven, a new death and rebirth might be the way we need to go,
It's the circle of everything.
but I still think we need to explore more avenues, maybe gather more strength.
Yes, absolutely. I think Highport, or not Highport. Where did you say? Sorry.
Beacon.
Beacon. My memory is not great. That's Killian, not Maven. Beacon. Yes. Beacon. That's where we start. And I think Dragonlock is where we're going to end. For now.
And there's a nice giant there.
Yeah.
I hope. I hope he's still there.
I'm crossing my toes and my fingers. Mostly my toes. Been walking a lot.
Murdet is going to kind of listening to that. He's like, I've got to at least go back to the monastery and let them know. And I mean, we've got good trained people there who maybe can see what we can find out about Dragonlock without committing anything.
Is the monastery on the way to Beacon?
Yes and
Ish?
no. Ish. I mean, a small detour.
Sure.
Yeah,
We've got supposedly nothing but time.
it's probably worth it to make the detour, but I don't know if we want to add to the carnage of Dragonlock. Maybe it's just best to have anybody who's at the monastery come here. What do you think, Murdet?
I mean, yeah, I mean, he kind of looks around. He's like, I think they're going to have to work on some maybe walls or something, but definitely seems like not a bad place. I mean, but the monastery is a good and defensible place too. I mean,
This would be a better jumping off point for scouting Dragonlock too.
that's true too. Roll me a persuasion check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah, he kind of just nods his head. He's like, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Like, we can get organized and and be ready and waiting in the monastery, but we can come here and, like you said, yeah, this is a safe place to kind of scout and see what we can without having to commit anything.
Yeah. And if that works, the bodies at the monastery are always helpful, good people to have in your corner. So this place will fare much better as well.
Agreed.
And honestly, I'm hoping going to Beacon, maybe we can get some more power in your corner here too.
Keep saying that. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he kind of just, he's like, yeah.
I mean, I've been wandering the world and I've had the fortune to have been, whatever you want to call it, blessed or cursed with a little, maybe too much power sometimes.
Well, with
And
great
I
power.
wouldn't trust anyone else in the world with that kind of leverage beyond the people right here.
Yeah, I just kind of
I mean,
looking
you
like
kind
a little confused, but still like, yeah, like
you
good
you
people
kind of
here.
answered, but danced around the question there.
Yeah, he
Isn't
definitely is a lot
ambiguity
like
a wonderful playground, Juniper?
Like he's like, that does sound a lot like Master Agenor. I mean,
Oh, thank you. I think
Oh, you sound like you're not dad.
I'm conflicted. You, okay. Yeah. I don't think Callan has much more.
I go talk
So-
to Viet.
Yeah, do you want? I think you should talk to him, Juniper. Are you okay with doing that?
Of course.
Okay. Thank
I'll
you.
go find him.
I think he'd listen to you over us. I don't know why.
You kind of do.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're not trying to get him to die.
I think I kind of do.
Snippets. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, June's
So
gonna
where does
attempt to
Viet
find him.
go? Yeah.
Viet has gone back to his safe favorite spot, that southeast corner, kind of gazing off across where he imagines his friend is to the south. To Haleport.
So
Hailstone. To Hailstone.
yep.
And he's talking to himself in Gnomish. Or talking to
Gnomish.
I
Quincy
think I know
in
that.
Gnomish.
Yeah. Do you know Gnomish there, Juniper? No.
I do
So,
not.
You start like after about 5-10
You're
minutes
sure
or
saying
so.
some things.
You finally you just followed that direction. He's not really hiding. And you start to hear, if anything, probably
Right.
an unfamiliar language. and
I think of it as as French, but
oh,
Okay.
turn a corner and start hearing, French. No.
Bonjour, comment ça va? Viet?
and again, well, not again, as far as you know, but he'll jump because again, he's really
Sorry.
wrapped up and really wound up. Still,
Sorry. Did I interrupt anything?
I was talking to my friend
Your friend?
who is not dead.
That's very good. Are you all right?
No, I don't know what the witch woman wanted me to do. These two are not. I think they are more damaged than I am.
They're a little
One is-
rough around the edges.
Cold, really cold and dark. And I am not knowing why I'm here.
Hmm. I don't really know why I'm here either. I should be dead.
That's what you were
But-
saying. But your eyes are green, but not green.
Right.
So you're okay.
That's good. I
Hey.
think
They are talking about going back to the Dragonlock, but they are making this up as they go along. I am not a planner. My brothers, they were the planners. And this sounds like a crappy plan.
right. We talked around it, so we're not going there. We're gonna head to Beacon.
What is in Beacon?
Not quite sure yet. Beyond maybe more allies.
We need more help, yes.
Do.
Are you going with?
I am. Talking about this ship with no name, that's my path. And if that's going to help me find answers, that's going to help me find answers. We don't always know our path before we're on it, right?
Viet will be nodding. Like, that is fair.
It sure helps to have someone who can track along the way.
I will help you find answers.
Thank you for that.
He'll just kind of nod and he's tugging really hard at his beard. In particular there's a brass needle interwoven into his beard. He's tugging really, really hard on that. Kind of twisting around his finger as he has
What's that
pause
one?
from his pacing.
What's that one for?
This is the witch woman gave it to me for when I was lost.
Well, what does it say?
It is just a needle. I don't know. He'll untwist it out of his beard and just kind of hold it out and show you. It's a needle.
I'm sure it has a purpose somewhere.
He'll tie it back into his beard. Thank you.
I'll
Thank
leave
you
you
for
to-
talking.
I'll leave you to your conversation.
He'll nod. Just kind of eyes downcast. A little just bewildered.
It'll be all right, eventually.
I am not knowing that. But thank you for saying it.
She'll leave him to it.
Okay. You head back. Viet, you sit there continuing to ponder and talk a little bit to Quincy.
Mm-hmm.
And as you start to kind of go over this, one kind of thought starts to creep back into your head, thinking about the needle, the witch woman, and you start to remember that dream. And you remember being in a carriage with the Lady of Thorns and the Hanged Fool as it's on fire. And the Hanged Fool saying, just because we're all gonna burn doesn't mean we can't have fun, right? Right? And
Yes,
that's
Viet
where
is
we're
well
gonna
aware
end.
of this.
And that's where we're going to end this episode
Oh
for
no!
this week. Sounds like a direction, the new course is set. So as we rejoin, we'll be heading out from Cyprus and heading to the monastery and then onwards and forwards. So hopefully everybody had fun. It was great. Talent shows and all of that. Hopefully everybody has a great week. Join us next Friday, 7:00 Central Time for another episode of Down with Dragons. I'm DM Scott with me as always.
Alien.
And Mick.
Chris.
And Catherine.
Have a great week.